I'm about to eat at 14 different Disney Springs restaurants in 1 week. Did you get it? Because spring, starting today, I'm gonna be eating only Disney Springs food for 1 full week. What was that? Are you trying to tell me something? Is it gonna be too much sodium? So yeah, it's 1 full week. That's 7 days in case you didn't know that. I'm gonna be eating twice a day just so the challenge isn't super hectic for brunch and dinner. That is 14 meals throughout the whole week at 14 different restaurants. This is gonna be epic, iconic. We are gonna spring out of the Disney Springs. And yes, I am currently in the Disney Springs parking lot. I just thought it would make for a really pretty scenic backdrop for my intro. Smells like flip-flops and concrete. Ugh, that's Disney. I'm gonna score each restaurant from 1 to 10, and at the end of the video, future editing Timmy is gonna average together all the scores so we get one big final score. So stay tuned for that. Also, this is gonna be quite the pricey video. I'm eating at a lot of sit-down, classy restaurants because that's where I belong. I don't know about you. Did I go to Taco Bell 5 times in the past week? Possibly, but I can still fit in with the elegant girlies. Also, like, I realize a lot of you probably don't know what Disney Springs is. It's basically Disney's big outside mall. They have tons of stores, tons of restaurants. They have a random hot air balloon that I've never been on. It looks terrifying. And it's not really one of the main parks. So because of that, I'm not expecting to run into any iconic Disney characters like Peter Pan. But I'm hoping that maybe I'll run into some lesser known Disney characters, and maybe, just maybe, we'll get to talk to them throughout the video. So stay tuned for that, I have plans. Anyways, let's get this Disney Springs party started. But before we do that, give this video a big thumbs up if you're enjoying it. It's the easiest way to support me and my whole career. This is my career. And especially when it's a week-long challenge, thumbs ups mean a lot more because I'm putting in the work, girl. I am chewing all day, every day. Also subscribe if you're new here. I make food content, theme park food, traveling food, hotel food. It's a great time. So let's go, come on. Tess Coleman from Freaky Friday, played by Jamie Lee Curtis. Is that you? You're the first lesser known Disney character that I got to run into this week. How are you? How's your Friday? Is it freaky? Is somebody gonna match it? Are you still eating Activia every day? Good, good. I'm sure life must be going very smoothly. Love that for you. So this is Disney Springs. Disney Springs is huge. So before I eat at each restaurant, I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of the surroundings of that restaurant. So by the end of the video extravaganza, you will have seen most of Disney Springs. Anyways, this is the area that has Polite Pig in it. Yes, that's the name of the restaurant. You'll see it in a second. There's a massive Disney store nearby called World of Disney. Here's a quick shot of the inside of it. The adorable sign did light up the moment I walked in. Here's another fountain. It's probably a fresh spring coming from the earth itself. And this is Polite Pig. This is where I'm having my first meal of the week. It's a barbecue place, so there is a roll of paper towels blowing in the wind on each table. It's quite majestic, actually. If you think about it, these paper towels used to be trees and they used to blow in the wind. And now that they have evolved into paper towels, they can still do that. Isn't that beautiful? This is the menu. If you want to pause it, you can. They have tons of stuff, all the different meats you could think of, a bunch of sides. This is the inside of the restaurant. It's very like industrial, like there's tubes coming out of the ceiling, you know, it's very Chipotle in that way. Here's a man preparing some of the meats. Boom, 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 boom. And there were some pig sculptures. This one's actually based on Piglet's mother. Love her, miss her, she was a queen. I got the butcher board for 2, such an aggressive name. And it came with smoked chicken, pork shoulder, brisket, barbecue cheddar sausage with slaw, 2 cornbreads, and 2 sides. I got Brussels sprouts and barbecue seasoned fries. Ooh! Also, the amazing waiter brought me tons of sauces. We are blessed. Okay, so I'm a little overwhelmed by the sheer size of this plate. When I see something that is for 2 people, I expect like a little bit extra. I don't expect like a party amount. Like when I have a box of Kraft mac and cheese, it says like serves 8. And I'm like, girl, that's gonna serve half of my stomach. But this actually really does serve 2. So I'm very grateful, I'm very excited. What a good start to the video, guys. I really thought this through. I thought this is gonna be the big extravaganza opening. Let's first try the pickle, which was free. Oh my goodness. That is definitely house made. Tastes like a house. It tastes really good. It's extremely crunchy. It doesn't have that jarred pickle flavor. It tastes much more bright than your typical pickle. Not just extra vinegary, but just more refreshing. It's fantastic. By the way, I don't know if you've heard, but they did name this restaurant after me. They said, we have never seen a pig say please and thank you so well. And I do have some friends that are not very polite pigs. They're actually quite rude and they don't have restaurants named after them. This is not called the Shady Swine. Did I think of that joke yesterday and I've been holding on to it? Yes, I did. Now let's try the free coleslaw. We have 2 of them because it's for 2 people. My wife couldn't make it. She's taking care of our 10 kids. Oh. With come on, paper towel roll. I'm not a big coleslaw person, but that is incredible. The main flavor is onion. If you like onion, you will love this coleslaw. I don't think I've ever had coleslaw with onion in it. I didn't expect to have stinky breath all day, but I'm not mad at it. It's so crunchy, and it has that coleslaw classic creaminess and tang, but it replaces the sweetness with onioniness. Also, guys, the employees here are so nice. Look at all the sauces that they brought me when I just said I wanted barbecue sauce. I got ranch, I got ketchup, I got whatever this yellow stuff is. That's generous, and I'm very grateful. Now let's try the cornbread. Oh my gosh. That is picture perfect cornbread. It tastes corny, of course, but it has the perfect amount of sweetness and it's actually a bit more dense and a bit more sticky than your typical cornbread. It has the texture of like a cake meets a brownie, and that's fierce. She ate the house down, mama. What a corn queen. Okay, now let's try one of the meats. Let's try the pork, I think shoulder. Was it the shoulder or the ankle? Oh my gosh, for a shoulder, which is typically real hard, this is so tender. The flavor of the pork is like real smokiness. There's no artificial smoky extract. This is not a fake forest. Oh, thank you so much. I got some hand wipes. I actually got 4 of them. 2 for me, 2 for my wife. I'm gonna save them for her. It is just the most tender, slow cooked, rich pork you could ever imagine. And I'm so grateful for it. I'm grateful to be here on this day. All the barbecue sauces are fantastic. One of them is like more of a classic barbecue and the other has more of like a whiskey flavor to it, more manly. It tastes like a football field. And then this one is like a barbecue sauce meets mustard, and I love anything mustard. You guys know that. I couldn't be happier. Like Linda. Now let's try the roasted Brussels sprouts. They look really good. I love a crispy Brussels sprout. Brussels sprouts are the best vegetable if you cook them correctly. Wow. These might be the best Brussels sprouts I've had in my life. I'm not exaggerating. They're so perfectly cooked. Sometimes people can singe Brussels sprouts too much and the leaves turn into charcoal. We don't want to eat charcoal leaves. These are crispy without being burnt and the inside is like soft and tender with still a little bit of a bite to it. It's not mushy, but the sauce. The sauce is the sister I always wanted. There's a strong honey flavor and a very big saltiness. So it's salty and sweet and possibly a soy sauce vibe in there as well. Incredible. Now it's time for the sausage. I think it was jalapeno, spicy, bacon. What was it? It can't be all those things. Pick a path. Okay, so it's barbecue cheddar brats. Okay, Charlie XCX. So it's a bratwurst. You know what this tastes like to my trashy palate? You didn't see that. You know what this tastes like to my trashy palate? A Slim Jim soaked in Tabasco sauce. That is the flavor profile. And that's everything I've ever wanted. I love Slim Jims, even though they give me the worst acid reflux. I need a Slim Jim with a side of Alka-Seltzer. But this is like high class Slim Jim. It has that classic sausage texture with a very strong Slim Jim flavor. It's salty, it's a little beefy, and actually, yes, a little barbecue-y. I can taste the sweetness in there. And the teeniest, tiniest bit spicy with the vinegary flavor of Tabasco sauce. Incredible. I've had nothing bad to say so far. Now it's time for the brisket. You guys know I don't like meat blubber in my food. And that is what I call meat blubber. But, oh, it's so good so far. No, I'm good. Thank you so much. But I know that brisket is supposed to have fat on it. It's like part of the experience. So it's totally fine. It's expected. I'm just gonna eat around it. So we have a nice lean piece of brisket here. Let's try without the sauce and then with. That is the best brisket I've ever had. I haven't had a lot though. I've probably had brisket like twice in my life, but it still is very amazing. The meat on the inside is so tender. It has like a pot roast flavor, but the best part is the crispy edge. I think they call it the burnt ends, and some people just eat the burnt ends only. The people that have taste. It's like this thick layer of crunchy charcoal, but it doesn't taste burnt. It's like crispy seasonings, just like a caked on them out. It's garlicky, it's oniony, it's smoky, it's beautiful. Now we have the barbecue waffle fries. They look very seasoned. Oh, I have ranch. Let me try it with the ranch. Oh my goodness. This is so unexpected and so different. First of all, the fries themselves are everything Chick-fil-A wishes she could be. She's not her. They're so crispy, so salted, which is so important. Chick-fil-A needs to learn about salt. I don't think they've heard of it. And this barbecue seasoning is light. It still lets that perfect waffle fry shine, but it adds a little kick. Stunning. And then the ranch. This is something special. It has the creaminess and the refreshingness that like sit-down restaurant ranch has, but I think it has maybe thyme in there and some celery salt. There's a slight stuffing flavor, which really surprisingly works. And then the celery flavor adds a little bit of ooh. Last but not least, we have this smoked chicken. Hold on, I need my second utensil, which I typically never use, but it's a special occasion. We're at Disney Springs. Looks pretty. That's the one thing that I feel could be better. I feel like it's not salty enough, first of all, and it doesn't have enough seasonings. Like there is a smoky flavor, but it's missing all the other seasonings. Like even if they added seasonings, I just can't taste them. Also, it could be a little juicier. It's not dry, it's just could be juicier. Anyways, this whole meal was truly remarkable. I'm gonna eat more before I go, but let me just give you guys the rating now. I'm giving the Polite Pig a very strong 9 out of 10. So good. Truly. Okay, girlies, it is dinner time. I'm super hyped because I have reservations at a celebrity chef's restaurant. Now, have I heard of this man's name before? Yes, I have. Have I ever seen this man's face? No, I haven't. Here's a clue. Hockey. Also, I just got some new Skechers from Amazon after years of having the same ones, and I feel so graceful in them. So this is the area where the celebrity restaurant resides. There's a Coca-Cola store and a whole planet that's called Hollywood. So it's a pretty cool area, different things. This is the restaurant that I'm eating at. Wolfgang Puck Bar and Grill. Ooh. Wait, that sounded like ew. I meant ooh, like fancy. This is the menu. You can pause and look at prices and all that stuff if you want to, if you're nosy. I love that. Don't worry, I'm nosy too. This is what the inside of Wolfgang Puck's restaurant looks like. It's very rustic. I mean, there's a chandelier that's based on eyelashes. You can't get more rustic than that. Also, there's just like a lot of wood. For my appetizer, I got the bruschetta, which is basically toast with a creamy pesto sauce, tomatoes, mozzarella, and a little bit of balsamic. I don't like balsamic, but a couple drops are fine with me, and a twig of basil. I think that's basil. So I chose bruschetta because I have never ordered bruschetta at a restaurant. I have had it at my friend's house when I was like a kid. They were a lot fancier than us, and I was like, what is this? This is incredible. But I haven't had it since. So it's been like 20 years. It looks fantastic, and the name bruschetta sounds like an America's Next Top Model contestant. Also, this water is delicious. When the waiter came, he was like, do you mind house water? And I was like, no, not at all. What is house water? Do they squeeze it out of the walls of a house? Also, how do I eat this? With my hands? I feel like that's not classy enough. We're just gonna use a fork and be classy. This pesto sauce looks really creamy, really green as well, very Shrek. So, wait, I need a smaller bite. This is intense. I'm glitching. This is breathtaking. When I ordered it, the waiter did tell me that it's one of their best sellers. Everyone loves it. And I was like, oh, good. He's so nice, by the way. King, that is a moment in time. No, you know what? That's not even a moment in time. That's a wrinkle in time. That is Oprah with a bunch of weird makeup on. It is the best toast appetizer I've ever had. And I haven't had a lot of those, but it really is. The bread is so thick and crunchy and crispy. And I feel like it's baked here fresh in the house as well. It almost has like a baguette texture to it, but it's cut like a piece of bread. Hi, future editing Timmy here. I guess past filming Timmy doesn't know that baguette is bread. It is a type of bread. It's from France. I think what he meant was it's cut like sandwich bread. I've just learned that he just doesn't get it. He doesn't get life. He hasn't been through what I've been through. I'm him from the future. I've grown. He hasn't. The tomatoes have some sort of oil coating them. They're so bright. They're, oh my gosh, it's incredible. Incredible. Thank you. The tomatoes are unlike any tomato I've ever had. It's like a cherry tomato meets a real tomato. Because cherry tomatoes aren't real, they're wannabe. They're just so refreshing. And the pesto sauce is so creamy. It almost tastes like pesto meets Alfredo. And the mozzarella is like mozzarella meets cream cheese. It's almost liquefied. I think they call that burrata, right? I don't know. Piranha? Overall, it is just... My napkin's on the floor. Incredible. Now, let's talk entree. I'm craving meatloaf. And I saw they have a bacon-wrapped meatloaf with crispy onions, a wine sauce, and mashed potatoes. Meatloaf is risky. It can be either incredible or absolutely disgusting and vile. But I'm willing to take the risk. I am hoping that Wolfgang Puck makes a good meatloaf. I think he will. I have faith. Oh, and as for dessert, I saw they have a baked Alaska, and I've always wanted to try a baked Alaska. I never have. I've just never tried any state in general. I don't know how it's gonna taste. It's definitely served cold, because it's Alaska. I didn't know you could turn meatloaf into a piece of art, but they did that. Okay, this is serving Mona Lisa if she was just a chunk of cow. Look at the onion rings. Look at the little burnt leaves. Oh my goodness. It's fierce. This is not the meatloaf that I expected. Oh, this plate's hot. Sorry, guys. I couldn't do it. This is not the meatloaf that I expected, but I feel like it's what I deserve. It looks so fancy. I expected like a little mini loaf with a glob of mashed potatoes and some little crispy onions from a green bean casserole. Let's first try an onion ring. Ooh. Wolf. That tastes like an onion coated in hush puppy, what is it called? Batter dough. It has a hush puppy flavor to it. And the batter is really thick and kicky, but not in a nasty, like heavy way, in a very fluffy, scrumdiddlyumptious way, you know? In the words of Mary Poppins, hello. Crispy, perfect deliciousness. Let's try the mashed potatoes. Oh, they're very liquidy. That's a choice, that's interesting. Okay. Let's try with the wine sauce. Oh, that's where it's at. Hello. Okay, so to be honest, the mashed potatoes have a really good classic flavor. Very buttery. That's the main flavor here. Very creamy. I just feel like texture-wise, they're a bit watery. Not flavor-wise, just texture. That's still not a good thing. I want my potatoes to have a little bit more hardiness to them, and this is almost in between mashed potatoes and potato soup. Now it's time for the meatloaf. Let's remove the one ring that rules them all. Come on, Gollum. Okay. Ooh, bouncy texture. Bouncy, like a Serta mattress. There's the bacon dangling off like a uvula. I think the bacon, surprisingly, is the star here. It's really sweet caramelized bacon, and it really brings a lot to the meat. Now, when I tried the meat without the bacon, it still tastes good, but it's kind of simple. It does have a light meatloaf flavor, but it's almost more like a Salisbury steak. It's quite oniony and garlicky, so it's good, but the bacon makes it a Soleil. I just wish there was more bacon here. Also, I'm not a big fan of the texture. I felt like it was gonna be bouncy, and it is. It's just a little too rubbery. And I don't like a mushy meatloaf either, but I think it's just a little too firm. This cow said, you know what? I'm gonna cosplay as a mattress. So the entree is good, but I think it has texture issues mainly. I am still enjoying it. I'm still very grateful to be here, okay? But it's my job to critique. This is the Snickers Baked Alaska. It has peanuts, buttermilk cake, toasted meringue, and the presentation really is serving high class. This is what we're looking for. All it's missing is a dusting of gold and a diamond in the center. Awesome, thank you so much. Awesome, thank you so much. What's wrong with me? Is this not adorable? It looks like it's wearing a little meringue hat. Where'd you get that, Prada? So let's dig in. Ooh. How do I get through? How do I break through the Alaskan icebergs? Oh, okay, we're in. There seems to be a layer of cake and some layers of ice cream and some caramel. All right, sorry about that. The cold just attacked my tooth. Okay, the mussels are coming in handy right now, girlies. Now, you guys know I'm a dessert stan. Most desserts slay me. This one isn't fully slaying me, but I'm enjoying it. I think the cake has a great flavor. It's like classic vanilla pound cake vibes, but I'm not crazy about the cake's frozen texture. I don't want to say it in front of him because he's so nice, and I don't want him to think that it's his fault that I'm not slayed, because it's not. He has been amazing. I'm just not slayed. The peanuts are crunchy. This is fresh, straight out of Mr. Planner's garden. The ice cream tastes a little basic. The chocolate shell tastes a little basic. I feel like this is something that I could get in the frozen section of a gas station. And that's not a bad thing. I enjoy my frozen Snicker bars and Twix bars, but it's just very that with a prettier presentation. I am loving the singed flavor on the meringue though. It's very fiery. Not fiery. Overall, appetizer was incredible. Truly breathtaking, but the entree and dessert both had issues. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be playing hockey anytime soon. I'm gonna give this meal a nice 6 out of 10. I almost said 5, but I'm gonna give it a 6. Okay, it was good, it was good. Oh. Oh my gosh, are you Jack Bruno? The character from Race to Witch Mountain played by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? I'm such a big fan. How's the witch? Is she still stuck in the mountain? Are you related to the mountain because you're a rock? Good morning, girlies. It's officially day 2. I'm in a great mood. I'm excited. I'm in my Haunted Mansion shirt. Madame Leota right there. She is serving sphere. I am super hyped because I got reservations for Chef Art Smith's Homecomin, whatever it's called, restaurant. It is one of the most famous restaurants at Disney Springs, and it's really hard to get reservations. I'm actually surprised that I got them. I got them like a couple weeks ago, and the only slot available was at like 9 a.m. for their brunch situation type deal, type moment. So I got it. I am here at 8 something because I'm always on time. The parking lot is empty. Also, they are famous for their fried chicken. Am I going to be eating fried chicken at 9 a.m.? Well, yes. Well, yes, I am. On this quiet morning in Disney autumn, the sun was glistening, the balloon was shining. Oh, by the way, this is the balloon. Say hi to her. We should name her. I'm thinking Bertha. That's it, Bertha. Hey, Bertha. The gorgeous springs have sprung again, and the water is glistening in the wind. Wait, I got a little bit lost. I went up the wrong stairs. Oh, it's right here. I found it. This is the restaurant. Everyone say hi, Chef Art. Hi, Chef Art. Okay. It is called Homecomin, but no one's dancing. Why? This is the inside. Once again, very rustic, just like Wolfgang Puck's restaurant, which I love. I just missed the eyelash. Billy, eyelash, where are you? This is the brunch menu. Of course, I had to get a starter plus a main entree, and I started with these gorgeous deviled eggs. Have you ever seen such a stuffed deviled egg? This is a greedy egg right here. I was actually intimidated. Okay, girly, so it is quite loud in here. I'm gonna have to hold up the mic to my mouth, and I know that when I do that, a lot of you get upset. You say, Timmy.
That really annoyed me the whole time. What's wrong with you? You're a monster.
Well, guess what? Life isn't perfect and the show must go on. Also, look at my bald-headed egg family. Do you see the resemblance? Now, this was supposed to come with 6, but because I'm one dainty person, the amazing waiter asked if I wanted like half of an order. So I was like, yes, that's perfect. Also, it might look empty now, but I'm like the first person here, basically. I'm sure all the tables are gonna fill up. This place is very exclusive. It's very VIP, and that's why I'm here. I only go to VIP clubs. Okay, so the question is, how do I eat this? I can't really pick them up. They're too tall. Oh yes, thank you so much. Love hot sauce. So I'm gonna have to just use my fork and just slice through. Okay. So much egg. Okay, we're just gonna grab it like that. Perfect. Oh. Oh. Hello. Yes, thank you so much. Wow.
Enjoy.
Thank you. I have my whole feast in front of me. We need to first focus on the eggs because they deserve it. They went through the farming industry. They went through being cracked, boiled, mashed. Must have been a lot to go through. So good so far, thank you. It might look like too much yolk. And I thought the same thing. I was like, is this gonna be overwhelming? Am I gonna get grossed out with a blob of yolk in my mouth? But the answer is, it's not disgusting. It's perfect. This deviled egg mixture is not too soupy, and it could have been, but it has a very nice texture to it. It isn't dry, but it's Play-Doh-y. And That's a compliment. And it really does have that perfect deviled egg flavor. Classic. A little bit sweet, but not too sweet. Perfect amount of mayonnaise. Perfect amount of mustard, a little bit of paprika, and that little piece of bacon adds a little bit of a crunch, change in texture. Are these eggs completely different than any other deviled eggs I've had? No, but they're really good classic ones, perfectly made, like me. Thank you, big man upstairs. I just realized I have been saying deviled eggs this whole time. I don't typically do that. These are angel eggs. I'm sorry. It was an accident. I'm sorry. The crispiness, the butteriness, the oiliness is all standing right in front of me. But who will be America's Next Top Model? So I got the potato gratin mash. And then, of course, I got the fried chicken with powdered sugar on it. Love that. And 2 gorgeous little donuts. How cute. This looks incredible. Oh my goodness, I'm nervous. I'm gonna first try this potato gratin mash. That sounds very different, unique. Oh. Oh, honey. Thank you so much. Oh, hot honey. What just happened? I think a little bit of tiger stuck in my throat. Does that taste like a potato gratin hash brown casserole moment? Not really, but it's so delicious that I don't even care. It can be whatever it wants to be. It can follow its dreams. And to me, this potato gratin dreamt to be room service mashed potatoes. That is the flavor here. It tastes like a high-end, ultra buttery, ultra creamy, thick, fancy mashed potato with a hint of onion on the top and some nice cheese. So it kind of reminds me of just like loaded, really good mashed potatoes. And I'm happy with that. I think it's delicious. I scarfed it down. I'm almost done with it already. Oh, I can't stop. Help. They're gone. So I think that speaks for itself. I don't have to speak for it. In fact, let it talk.
Hey, yeah, so I actually originally came from Idaho. My whole family actually was grown and raised there, and I'm really proud to be here at Disney Springs because it's a really high-end restaurant that's really VIP, and I'm so grateful to be eaten by Timmy because he is that girl.
That was beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for that. Fantastic. Now it's time to try the donuts. They do look like simple glazed donuts, but who doesn't like a simple glazed donut? Oh, oh my goodness. It is giving Krispy Kreme's more popular older sister. It tastes just like Krispy Kreme, honestly, but fresher. Like you can feel the warmth within the donut and the texture is truly pillow-like. It's just so soft and your teeth sink right through and they feel very light. They don't feel super heavy. I was like, donuts and chicken? That is just gonna be too heavy. That is gonna make me feel like a big grease ball. Walking back to my car after this meal, I'm gonna feel like a fried donut myself in the sun. And I'm not gonna feel that way. I am gonna feel feather-like. In fact, I might float away after this meal. If I do, someone catch me. It's a high-end, typical donut, and I love that. I love that for me. Now it's time for the main mamacita, the fried chicken. I am tempted to use my hands, but I also just don't want to get super messy. I'm gonna have to use at least one hand. So that's what we're doing. We're doing it. We're going in. Here we go. Huh, honey? Oh my goodness. This is what dreams are made of. This is what Hillary sang about. This is what Isabella collaborated with her on. When I tell you this is the juiciest fried chicken I've had in my entire 30 years on this crust of spinning earth, that is the truth. It's like this chicken was full of water. She was all plumped up before she was fried. And the breading is so crispy. It's surprisingly not oily at all. Like I said, I expected a grease ball breakfast, but this is really serving dainty. And then you can tell there's so many seasonings in the breading. It has a tiny bit of a cayenne flavor. What I don't like when it comes to fried chicken is when people don't put enough seasoning into the flour part of the mixture, and it's mostly flour with a hint of seasoning. No, this is mostly seasoning with a hint of flour. That's how it tastes. I know that Chef Art is mostly known for his arts and crafts, but he's also really good at making fried chicken. I can't stop. I'm so grateful. You know what, guys? This is my first 10 out of 10 of the whole week. This meal is perfection, and I have nothing bad to say. I'm so happy. So for dinner, I got reservations at this Italian restaurant called Terralina.
And Terralina basically is an Italian restaurant. That's what I said before. It has a really pretty look to it. It's not rustic like the last two restaurants I went to. It's not giving Home Depot, it's giving Class Depot. They even had a fireplace to warm up my bald head. They also had this decorative bowl of artichokes. If artichokes have hearts, do they also have souls? This was my cute little table. I have a whole bottle of olive oil just for me. I'm gonna feast on that. And the decorations are very like stone walls and very nice lights, and it's, yeah, that's it. This is why I critique food and I don't critique decorations, because I don't know how to describe them. This is the menu. They have all the typical Italian stuff like antipasti and pasta. The waiter did bring me some bread and a little bowl of balsamic. Did it make the whole table smell like a foot? Yes, because that's what balsamic smells like. A sweaty tourist's foot. But I also got a Caesar salad to start with. Now this did look rustic. This was giving Wolfgang Puck's walls. Look at the bread. Look at the shaved Parmigiano Reggiano. Okay, so as you can see, I went the route of nature and I got a green salad. I felt like after that brunch, which was incredibly delicious, it was a lot of oil, a lot of grease. I mean, I'm about to take a swig of this, but this is olive oil. This is good for the brain, I heard. And so I decided to opt for a little appetizer salad. So I'm super hyped about it. Oh, and we have bread. I think it's focaccia. I don't know. We should ask Giada. 1 second. Giada, hi.
Hey, Timmy. What's up, girl?
Yeah, is this focaccia?
Yes, Timmy. Yes, that is for good.
Okay. Okay, thank you. I'm excited to try it. She just knows these things. Love her. Okay, let's put some olive oil onto the focaccia. Let's just drip some onto this one too. They can share. And I guess some salt and pepper, because when the waiter gave me the bread, he was like, there's some olive oil and some salt and pepper there. So I'm assuming I'm supposed to put it all on it, right? Oh. I think my elegance is wearing off. The focaccia, it's incredibly fluffy. It has that classic focaccia flavor. Now, the olive oil did rain on me like Gaga and Ariana, but I honestly don't even mind because this is such good olive oil. This is the real stuff. Well, I don't know if it is, but this has a good, strong flavor. And it tastes very potent, right? Let's just keep that on there. It is now time for the Caesar salad. Now, like all Caesar salads, it seems to have dressing, obviously, gorgeous shavings of Parmesan cheese, and of course, there's croutons. Oh, that is a quintessential, perfect Caesar salad. Hold on. I have to FaceTime my bestie Giada again. She has to see this. Giada, hi again. Missed you. Look at my incredible Caesar salad, girl.
Ooh, did they make that with the romaine?
What?
I said, did they make that with the romaine?
Huh?
Did they make that with the romaine lettuce?
Oh, yes, it's romaine lettuce. Okay. Talk to you later. Bye. She's so extra. She's so crazy. Can't take her anywhere. This lettuce is so crisp. Second of all, the dressing is so lemony and sour and strong, and I love it so much. And the croutons taste like Parmesan cheese themselves. I don't know if they melted it onto the crouton or something, but they taste cheesy, like a big cheese. Fantastic Caesar salad. Now, guys, about dinner, I asked the waiter, I said, I'm stuck between the bolognese and the lasagna is. And I was like, which is better? And he was like, why not get the best of both worlds? Not him quoting Miss Hannah. And get the lasagna with the bolognese sauce right on top of it. And I said, you should be quoting Raven because you just read my mind. That sounds incredible. Sounds like it's gonna rock my world. So that's what I got. The bolognese coated lasagna has arrived. And look at this view. This is prettier than a waterfall. This is prettier than the ocean itself. This is gorgeous. Guys, it looks incredible. He put so much bolognese. There's a lot of meaty sauce on here. That's all you gotta know. Once again, Giada has to see this. I just kinda wanna have this whole experience with her. Giada, you're not ready for this. Look, I got lasagna with bolognese sauce.
Timmy, I don't think I'm understanding. Is it lasagna or is it bolognese?
It's lasagna and bolognese together.
But what do you mean? It's lasagna and bolognese?
Giada, chill. It's lasagna, and then the guy put bolognese sauce on top of it. I know that might not be authentic, but guess what? Makes me happy. You should be a supportive friend. Ooh, that's a thick layer. Oh, it has green stuff inside of it. Is that spinach? I think that's spinach. Okay, that's interesting.
I can't stop. This is fantastic. The main flavor here is bright, fresh tomatoes. And I feel like that's how it should be, right? It is super refreshing, well salted, and just very bright. Future editing, Timmy, put a bright filter on.
You can't tell me what to do. Who do you think you are? I won't do it. I refuse. I won't do it. Okay, fine.
Thank you. Was that so hard? I can really taste, I think it's called pancetta, or is it prosciutto? One of them. It tastes like that. But there's also a hint of like a garam masala sort of curry flavor in the far background. Do I think they added garam masala to the bolognese sauce? Probably not. But for some reason, I can taste it. And so either I'm imagining things or the ingredients together created that flavor. And it really works. It's so delicious. And the spinach, you can't even taste it. I don't mind spinach, but I was like, is this gonna ruin my lasagna? And it did not. It just blends right in. We won. Oh, dessert. I'm getting tiramisu. It's a classique.
So obviously this is not tiramisu. The tiramisu is tiramising. I'll explain why in a second, but this is a slice of chocolate cake. And it looks very nice, very pretty presentation. Lots of little toffee pieces surrounding it.
Okay, so they did not have the tiramisu, which is totally fine. You guys know I would never turn down a slice of chocolate cake. So I got that instead. Ooh, oh, it's hard. Either it's frozen or stale. We're about to find out, girlies. Also, we have little pieces of, I think, toffee, possibly. Let me see. I think that's a Heath bar. Oh my God. Toffee really is the most underrated candy girly. Let's get a strawberry. Get some moisture up in here. Some humidity. I really love the frosting. It's like a rich, chocolatey ganache type thing. Love the toffee pieces, love the berries, love the whipped cream. But I gotta say the main villain of this story is the cake itself. And that is quite tragic. She's the base that this house was built upon. And the house is just crumbling. The cake itself is not just dry, it also has quite a powdery texture. And it's kind of difficult to explain. It's really empty in terms of texture. And in terms of flavor, it could be a bit more chocolatey. I do like that it's not that sweet though, but it's missing a lot. It is. I'm still eating it because I'm a glutton. But yarn, if this dessert was perfect, Terralina would have gotten a 10 out of 10 from me. But because of the dessert, I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. I still had a great time though, and I did not show Giada this dessert because I was sick of her attitude, and I may have forgotten. Oh my gosh, Thumbelina, is that you? Are you a Disney character?
She doesn't even go here.
Stop. That's so mean. Don't mind him. That was future editing to me from the future. It's great to have you here. Do you need a tour or something? Well, let me know if you need anything. I'm gonna go let Tinkerbell know that her competition has arrived. It's officially day 3. I'm having a great time. Last night I did feel a little bloated from the bolognese, the bloationese. But it's gonna be a very fun day. We're having a bit of a lighter lunch. We are visiting Zaddy Earl and his house of sandwiches. And then of course, dinner's gonna be a big meal once again.
So this is the area around Zaddy Earl of Sandwich. And they have a tree, obviously. There's a big toy store called Once Upon a Toy. Love it. Now this is Earl of Sandwich. Now the sign does say, the world's greatest hot sandwich. We're about to find out if that statement is true. Can Earl tell a lie? Maybe he can't. Maybe he's like Ella Enchanted. Earl Enchanted, I love that. Anyways, this is the menu. They have, obviously, sandwiches. Now, this is Earl himself. I don't think I've ever seen Earl in my life. I did not expect him to look like this. I mean, he definitely looks very handsome, but I just didn't expect him to be ancient. This is the inside of Earl's house. It's very homey. And I think this is Earl himself. There's a standee of Earl. Okay, yes, wig. So I got the full Montague sandwich. It has turkey, roast beef, Swiss cheese, lettuce, tomato, and a special mustard sauce. I also got a little tray of mac and queso. There were some pools of grease forming on it top, but that just might be a sign of flavor. And I also got some tater tots in a very British cup, and I got a brookie for dessert, a brownie cookie. Okay, so everything looks really delicious. Now, the sandwich is a full Montague. I don't know what that means. It sounds like a kind of a bird to me. Let's just research that. Montague.
Oh, it's a city in South Africa. Okay, love that. Gotta visit Montagu one day. I did get a soda. I've been trying to drink less soda, but sometimes the evil, dark-sided part of me, AKA future editing Timmy, takes control and gets a soda. So blame him, guys. It's delicious though. Let's try the Thai sauce, precious. First without ketchup. I expected typical Disney World tater tots, but these are not that. These are different. With ketchup. These are more of a hash brown patty flavor. You know those cheap, nasty, greasy, delicious hash brown patties you get at the Dollar Tree or like Publix? These taste just like that. They're barely greasy, they're crispy, and they have a mushier filling compared to your typical tater tot. I love that. I'm so. By the way, was Earl like a president of like England or something? No, they have prime minister. Was he a prime minister? Because he looks like a presidential, like George Washington lace wig kind of guy, you know? Earl, your wig looks so good. Anyways, the mac and cheese looks greasy but good. Stouffer's. Oh, I missed you. Oh. You know what? I think it's a step above Stouffer's. I don't think it's at Stouffer's level. I think it's a little bit better. She's serving, she's giving, and she's the moment. Now, come on now. It tastes like high-end frozen mac and cheese. Like one of those pricey brands that you see at the store and you're like, $10 for mac and cheese. But then a celebratory moment comes around and you're like, you know what? Let me celebrate. I'm gonna treat myself to the $10 mac and cheese, and you get it and it actually tastes really good, but it still tastes frozen. That's how this tastes. It is sharp, it is tangy, it doesn't taste fresh, but it tastes really good. And the cheese on its top is quite goopy and it adds a little bit of a baked mac and cheese feel. Now it's time for the full Montagu. Ooh, pretty. That's a very pretty sandwich. It's very put together, but I do feel like this side of the sandwich is gonna be a little dry. I'm avoiding this empty part. So I'm eating it like a chicken wing. That is genuinely a fantastic sandwich. I expected a lot less. I have had Earl's before. I think I had it like on a road trip once and I got like the Cuban sandwich and it was good, but I haven't had like a mainstream like roast beefy turkey type sandwich from here. And it's really, really good. First of all, it's super warmed up, super crispy, super toasty. The bread is really fluffy. It looks like it would be dry, but it's really not at all. And there's also like a slight doughy factor to it, which I really like. The mustard sauce is the main star here. It's like mustardy, but it's a little bit Dijon-y and a little bit mayonnaise-y too. So it's like a light mustard, but it still brings all that flavor that you want from a little mustard seed. When you see the mustard seed, you say, you better serve. And that's what it did. Wait a second, I just realized this is not Swiss cheese. That's definitely cheddar, but I don't care. It tastes really good. I'm not the biggest roast beef fan unless if it's Arby's because I'm a gutter trash human being. But I like this. Stop it. But I like this roast beef because it's not too meaty. It doesn't taste like raw meat. A lot of roast beef tastes like raw meat. I can't do it. And the turkey tastes really high quality, very flavorful. All the toppings taste really fresh. And for some reason, I got a little bit of a Whopper vibe from this. Just a little background Whopper flavor, and I love Whoppers. So I'm very happy with this. Look at this bright, sunny setting, guys. Look at Zaddy Earl. Look at me with my colorful shirt. Life is good. It is now... Sorry, I just slapped you. It is now time for the brookie. Now, usually brookies, I feel, are layered. This is like half and half. To me, that doesn't sound as cohesive. This is more like half a brownie, half a cookie. And they're not coming together and becoming a brookie. Okay, wait. It isn't just like a straight line. They are kind of layered on top of each other beneath the straight line. Let's try it. Come on, brookie. Brookie Shields. I have thoughts. As I should, I mean, that's what you're here for. Or are you just here for my good looks? It's probably that. Love the brownie side. It is chewy, sweet, rich, just the quintessential perfect brownie that you expect. But the cookie side is not it. It's kind of stale feeling. It's crumbly in a bad way. It does not have a rich brown sugar flavor. It just kind of tastes like an empty, watery cookie. Flavor-wise, it's very diluted, whereas it should be concentrated. Thank you, Scientific Brain, for using those big words. So yeah, cookie's bad, brownie's good. I'll just take a whole brownie next time. Anyways, this was a pretty fantastic lunch. I'm gonna give it, I think, a nice strong 8 out of 10. I think that's a good score. I think it deserves it. Thank you Thank you, Early.
For dinner, I went to Splitsville. Now, Splitsville is a bowling place, but they also have a restaurant. Now, don't ask me why it's called Splitsville. Do they serve a lot of banana splits? Do the waiters know how to do the splits? Anyways, this is the inside of it. It's very cute. They have an escalator up to the dining area. I was just there with the hostess. It was kind of quiet, and I was just standing there. Ooh. Love an awkward silence. It's my favorite. This is the dining area. It's very well lit. There's tons of windows. I was sitting right next to one with a gorgeous view. Look at Bertha. She's shining. And this is the menu now. It is giving, you know, Chili's, Applebee's, TGI Fridays. Plus they have sushi. So it's just very that, you know? They also have pizzas, salads, chicken tendies, tacos. And this is the little dessert menu. Pause if you want to read it. For my appetizer, I got the buffalo chicken egg rolls. They have buffalo chicken, cream cheese, celery, carrots, all wrapped up in a crispy egg roll. And they came with avocado ranch.
Girlies, I'm shaking right now. These buffalo chicken egg rolls look so delicious. They smell delicious. I'm salivating. Also, like the fact that there's celery and carrots within the egg roll itself sounds very different, very interesting. It could be good. It could be a mistake. And we're about to find out. Also, I am so grateful that there's no blue cheese in this. Buffalo chicken things always have blue cheese. I don't get why buffaloes, chickens, and mold just come together as a combo. It doesn't make sense to me. That's just not the trio that I want to eat. Anyways, let's just first try by itself and then with the avocado ranch. I'm trying to compose myself. Oh, this might be one of the best things I've eaten all week. Look at us. We are eating one of the most delicious egg rolls I've ever had with a view of Bertha. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Wait, I need more before I talk. I'm sorry. Are you telling me that an egg rolled this up? How? It doesn't have hands. Wow. Let me critique. I'm just so shook right now. First of all, the wrapper is so crispy. It's not greasy. It doesn't feel super heavy. Perfection. The chicken is so tender. It does not taste like they, you know, got a chicken from Publix, a rotisserie, and then took it apart. That is not the case here. This is somehow fresh. They must have cooked it here. The buffalo flavor is perfect. It's very tangy, very vinegary, classic buffalo. The cream cheese is very strong too. You can really taste that creaminess. Now the celery and the carrots really, first of all, add minerals and vitamins that we all need. And second of all, add a freshness, a crunchiness that just changes the whole vibe up. And it just makes it feel fresher and lighter. 100% recommend. Now, let's talk dinner. So I was gonna get the steak ranchero tacos. I was like, sounds fun, festive, fiesta, but I secretly in my heart of hearts wanted sushi. I was craving the ocean. You guys know I don't like fish. And so I took a risk. I went out on a limb and I asked the waiter, I said, is there any possible way you can do me the biggest favor and put chicken in the sushi instead of fish? And he said, sure, it might look different, but we totally can. And I said, I don't care about looks. I care about what's inside. And as long as Ariel isn't in that sushi, I'll be happy.
That's what the conversation would have been like if filming Timmy was a social butterfly, but we all know he's extremely awkward. And so it actually went like, I was just wondering if I was just wondering if you could put chicken into the sushi instead of the fish. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Guys, they gave me chopsticks. I don't know how to use these, but I'll try. I'm just not coordinated like that. I can't use chopsticks. I can't hold my fork right. Everyone mocks me. I can't whistle. I can't tie my shoes properly, and I can't ride a bike. Those are all things that I actually cannot do, and I've tried. I got the Yum Yum roll, which typically has shrimp, but instead I am getting the bird of the land. And it comes with cream cheese, avocado, scallions, and signature Yum Yum sauce with a soy reduction. When a sauce is followed by the word reduction, it means it's high class.
My Popeyes sushi arrived, and is it not stunning? It's beautiful. Like truly, they squished a whole chicken into a sushi roll and made it look good. That's fierce.
I am kind of shook. This is gorgeous. Like, first of all, they fried the chicken, which I'm sure is gonna make it 10 times better. Look at her. I'm so excited right now. Okay, let me try. What if I just like instantly learn, like right now? That would be iconic. Okay. Okay. Oh, I did it. I'm eating too fast. If the waiter comes back and sees the plate empty within 2 minutes, I'm gonna be embarrassed. Timmy, chill. Honestly, you want me to be totally honest? When this tastes this good, I just think that shrimp isn't needed. It's not necessary on this earth. The fried chicken, first of all, tastes like a perfect, delicious, classic chicken tender. So we love that. And the rice really lets the fried chicken shine. Oh, sure. Thank you so much. We have extra yum yum sauce, I guess. I love that. And then the avocado laying delicately, like it's a classy lady on a piano, just adds a creaminess. And then the yum yum sauce adds more creaminess and that tangy mayonnaise flavor. Oh, it's so good. Thank you so much. And surprisingly, even though it's a chicken tender inside, it tastes extremely cohesive and very memorable. I would get this again any day. It's so delicious. Oh my gosh. I'm a genius. Oh, and the cream cheese goes with the chicken so well and just balances out the fried flavor. Come on, get in here. So this is a full slate now. Most of the desserts are ice cream based. I'm looking at the dessert menu right here. Cookies and cream sundae, super sundae, ghirardelli, brownie a la mode, and a root beer float. Pretty simple. Could be a bigger menu. I'm just saying. Mr. Splitsville, owner of Splitsville, get creative. I think I'm gonna do the cookies and cream sundae.
This isn't giving Dairy Queen. This is giving the mother of Dairy Queen. I don't know if it's a masterpiece or a monstrosity, but I want to feast on it. That's all I know.
Girlies, what do I do with this? Where do I start? I think that the rim has like frosting and Oreos on it. Like this is overwhelming. Okay, let's just start with the cherry. Maraschino. It's giving grease, right? Grease lightning. Okay. Wow. Big Daddy. Honestly, the fact this is $10, I think that's a pretty good deal. This is huge. Oh. Ooh, an Oreo. Wait, we have hot fudge too. Come on, girlie. Wow, this is really an experience. There's no way that I'm gonna finish this. Thank you. The waiter is so nice. I couldn't talk in that moment. My mouth was full. I have manners, guys. I am the polite pig, remember that. Honestly, I think I could finish this. This is obviously a very satisfying dessert. It is exactly what it says it is. It's an Oreo sundae, and it's a really good one. There's so many different Oreo elements here. There's cookies and cream ice cream underneath, so there's Oreos in that. And then there's Oreo chunks all throughout. There's 2 Oreos on top, and the hot fudge adds more of an Oreo factor as well. It's also really good quality hot fudge. Now, are there any new and exciting flavors? No. But I don't think anyone expects something totally different and totally insane when they order a sundae, unless if you have some weird expectations and you haven't lived life. But this is what I expected, and it's what I got, and it's fantastic. I think I underestimated Splitsville. I thought it was gonna be the Applebee's of Disney. It was gonna be the pumpkin fairies, because fairies are a type of insect. But it's really not that. It's much better. I was so impressed by everything that I ate, and I'm giving Splitsville a 10 out of 10. BRB, I'm gonna go bowling right now. I'm scared I'm not going to. Theodora from Oz the Great and Powerful, played by Mila Kunis. Wait, why are you green? Oh, you're supposed to be the Wicked Witch? Actually, I've never heard of you, Theodora. I've only heard of Elphaba. I'd like to see you try and defy gravity. It's day 4, girlies. I have my Stitch shirt. You know, once when I was at Disney World, I was wearing this. One of the cast members was like, "Are you okay? You're covered in stitches." It was so funny and so quirky. Anyways, it's day 4. I am feeling great. I'm not feeling bloated today. And we are at the halfway mark, so let's slay the second half of the week. I'm having the best time. Disney Springs is very easy to get to, easy to film at. We love it. And for lunch, we are getting some Asian street food. So let's go feast.
Have you ever seen those like viral videos of like water from a glacier that's like crystal clear blue? That's what this is giving. Disney Springs is giving glacier Arctic magic. I love it. Anyways, this is where I had lunch. It's called Morimoto Street Food. Now, this is sort of like the quick service version of the actual restaurant. There's an actual Morimoto like sit down restaurant. So this is the menu. They have ramen, they have like dumplings, ribs, all these different things. I got 3 things off the menu. I got a gorgeous little chicken dumpling. That thing was $3 though. That's a lot for a little dumpling, but it's fine. I also got a pork bao bun. And for my main entree, I got a beef bulgogi ramen.
Guys, this food looks amazing. I'm so hungry. This place doesn't open until 12. So I literally haven't eaten, and it's 12. But I made it through, and now my time has come. This is my moment to shine. Future editing Timmy, make me shine. I'm glad he didn't try to be a rebel this time.
He thinks he won, but he will never be the true winner. I always get the final say and the final edit. So watch your back and the back of your bald head as well.
I'm the boss. Me. Thank you. Let's first try the chicken dumpling. I love that. So it tastes like your typical chicken fried dumpling. It's crispy on the outside, and the chicken on the inside has a strong ginger flavor, strong garlic flavor. But instead of a green onion flavor, it has a lemongrass flavor to it. There's a strong citrusy burst and a little bit of grassiness, a bit of earth, a bit of plant. And I think that it really works. It's delicious, rich, and refreshing at the same time. Okay, now let's try the pork bao bun. Oh, that was satisfying. Oh, let's try it. Look at that. I always find it so interesting that like the bao buns taste like Wonder Bread to me. Like they taste like sandwich bread, which is not a bad thing. I don't know why I never expect it. And I'm always like, oh, my spoon, my napkin, everything's falling apart. Wait a second, I have to get a new spoon and I can't leave my camera here. So I'm just gonna run and get one. Hi everyone. I got it. Look how cute. Okay, we're back. So yes, love the bao bun breading stuff. And the inside is delicious pork. I didn't feel any like pork fat, felt very lean to me. And it's in sort of what tastes like a barbecue sauce, but like a little more soy saucy and a little more sweet and less smoky. It goes so well with the breadiness. It's delicious. It is. Now it's time for the ramen. Ooh, noodles, look at that. Oh, I'm so hyped. So it has bulgogi beef, a soy marinated egg, which I've never had anything like that, kimchi, green onions, and it's in a duck broth. Poor Donald. But for real, I have never had duck broth in my life, so I'm hyped about this. Let's first try the broth by itself. Oh my goodness. That is so delicious. If that's what duck tastes like, I'm a duck stan. It is so salty. It has a rich, beefy flavor. I don't know if duck tastes like beef, but that's just what it tastes like to me. There's also a chili oil flavor in there that just adds such a richness and makes the broth almost a little thick. Now let's try the beef. Oh, wait a minute. That is so tender. It is not chewy in the slightest, and it tastes like beef, but not like beef fat. Sometimes when things taste too beefy, they end up tasting like grease and blubber, you know? But this really does just taste like amazing, pure beef. Now let's try some kimchi. Crunchy, salty, spicy. Love that. And now the soy marinated egg. Tastes like an egg. Hey, chicken. And the noodles. Oh. I gotta be totally honest, guys. I don't think I've ever had ramen that like wasn't instant. I'm an uncultured swine, but this is kind of life-changing. It's like 8,000 times better. The noodles are so soft, they're almost creamy. Like they kind of melt in your mouth in a good way. This is incredible, guys. You wanna hear something very uncultured? When I was a kid, me and my family used to call ramen noodles ramen noodles. Like everybody loves ramen type of ramen. I'm embarrassed by that. But I feel like speaking out about these things helps other people that are also uncultured. Also, the portion is eating. Hello, how are you? Oh yeah, I'm filming right now. Oh, it's nice to meet you. He said she watches your videos. It was his mom, I think. Oh my God, that made me so happy. I wish they could come here and say hi. Oh, I feel bad. They didn't get a picture or anything. That made my whole day. This meal was amazing. I am giving it a very strong 9 out of 10.
For dinner, I went to STK Steakhouse. Now, this is fancy, girlies. This is where the gold meets the Wagyu. This architecture is very cool. It kind of feels like Rapunzel's Tower meets a Longhorn Steakhouse. It has like different paths and stairs going up to it.
Audrey.
I wasn't screaming because of the guy. He did nothing wrong. I was screaming because I felt awkward. Anyways, this is the inside. It looks like a Miami club for some reason. And they had some letters made out of plants. Life itself, you know. This is the menu. Now, look at those prices. Obviously, they have steak. They have all the typical steakhouse things. This is what the restaurant looked like, by the way. It is very nice. I just like the outside aesthetic more than the inside aesthetic. They gave me some free bread, and the bread is shaped like a big old fungi mushroom, but it looks really good, and it came with this green juice stuff. And then for my appetizer, I got this thick cut bacon pork belly thing on an apple slaw with pickled mustard seed. This is very different for me.
Okay, girlies, so I am here. I have my globs of bacon, my bread shaped like a big mushroom. Also, this is the loudest restaurant I've ever been to, so I have to hold the mic close to my mouth. Get used to it. Okay, this is Disney Springs. It's a big party. Anyways, I'm excited to be here. Let's try some of this mushroom bread. And it doesn't have mushrooms in it, I don't think. It looks like a mushroom. And I am using my fork because I have to keep my hands clean for my microphone. Okay, this is a complicated situation happening right now. Let's dip it into this green Shrek juice. All right. So I'm loving this cheesy, buttery Parmesan goop that's on top of the loaf. But the bread itself, to be honest, while it does taste fresh, it kind of just tastes like warmed up sandwich bread. It doesn't have that super satisfying yeasty flavor that it needs. And then this green stuff just kind of tastes like plain oil with a hint of cilantro, but just a hint. I've had better. I've had better bread, girlies. Let's try the bacon. Give me a second. I'm gonna get comments saying, Timmy, that was so rude to just stretch the bacon like that with your animalistic teeth. Well, guess what? Even though this place is pricey, I feel like it's not super fancy in the sense that no one's in a suit or tie or anything. It's very chill. So it's kind of for people that want to spend a lot of money without the bougie experience. But I gotta say, this bacon is quite bougie. I'm not a fan of pork belly typically, just because there's so much blubber on it, you know? But I was like, let me go out on a limb, try not to break the tree limb, and let me get some pork belly fancy meat just to do something different. And it paid off because while this does have a little bit of blubber in it, it's mostly crispy. It has an incredible bacony flavor. It's like very, very smoky and very caramelized. You can really taste the brown sugar crystals. And when this apple slaw shockingly isn't too sweet, it's just really bright and refreshing and crunchy. And it goes so well with this blubber. Also, let me try some of the, oh, it's so good. Thank you so much. Let me try some of these pickled mustard seeds. French's? Is that you? No, it doesn't taste like French's. It doesn't really taste like anything. I think it's like a decoration. I think it's like confetti, you know? But I really like this. Am I shook to my core? No, but I'm really happy with that. Let's talk about the entree. So I know this is a steakhouse, and I know STK stands for steak, or it could just mean stick. Maybe it has nothing to do with steak. Either way, I felt pressured to get a steak. And I am starting to feel sick and tired of always having to carry this masculine persona, always wanting to eat meat upon meat upon meat. I mean, I am an alpha, but sometimes I want to take a little break. I do. I know I inspire a lot of you. I have a lot of alpha fans out there, and I don't want you to be disappointed in me, but I did get the braised short rib. You guys know I love short rib. So I'm in my feminine energy era, and I switched out the mashed potatoes for corn pudding. I love corn pudding, but I've never had bougie corn pudding, so I'm ready to see what that's like. Oh, wait, is this it? This might be it. Never mind. It's not mine. I thought it was.
Here is my entree. It is the braised beef short rib with pepper relish, crispy shallots,
And my big bowl of corn chowder.
down from the farm. I grew this corn myself.
It's such a big portion. It's like a bowl of soup. And then we have the short rib with a pepper relish and crispy onions and some twigs, which I'm probably gonna take off. I think it's like a decoration once again. Shoo. Oh, why don't we first try le corn pudding? Me and my mic. You wanna share? Ooh. So good. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. That's so cringe. Not thanking him, but the way you said it, filming Timmy. If it was me eating all that delicious food, I would say, thank you, kind sir. This corn pudding is scrumptious.
The waiter is so nice, guys. That is one of the richest corn puddings I've ever had. In fact, I think it's a billionaire. I really do. It's like corn pudding meets corn chowder, but it has that full sweet cheesy flavor that a corn pudding typically has. Even more honestly, the corns within are crunchy. And I'm finding out that a bougie corn pudding is goopier than a normal corn pudding. This is probably Gwyneth Paltrow's recipe. Everyone say hi to Lumiere. He's a guest on my channel today. I'm just kidding. That's like the Amazon Basics version of Lumiere. Now it's time for the short rib. Usually short rib falls apart a little quicker. Hold on. Let's go from this side. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay. Love the short rib. He's a short king. The flavor of it is so grasified. It really has a charred flavor on the outside, which I'm not used to with a short rib. A short rib typically has more of a baked flavor, I feel, to it. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. So I love that. I do feel like it's a little less tender than other short ribs that I've had. Just a smidge, but it's not chewy or anything. Now, something that really horrified me was this pepper relish onion mixture. It brought back a memory that I never want to relive. So my wonderful mother, who is the best mother in the world, went through a very healthy era when I was probably like 11, and all she wanted to cook was tofu for a couple weeks. And me and my sisters still can't forget the flavors. For some reason, that pepper relish tasted just like whatever tofu creation she made. It's like a fermented... Sorry. It's like a fermented flavor. There's just something so almost bitter about it. Bitter and horrifying. Dark-sided. So I did end up noticing that there was a big blob of blubber in my short rib, which kind of shook me. But for dessert, I got this gorgeous, squished-looking apple pie covered in caramel and crumbs, and oh, how gorgeous does that look? Okay, this looks incredible. It looks like a very goopy apple pie. It's like the apple pie version of that corn pudding. This is the Gwyneth collection. Oh, that is not only a perfect apple pie, that is a unique apple pie. That is an apple pie that stands out of the crowd. It says, I'm not like a, oh, it's so good. Thank you. I am not like a Granny Smith. I am not like a Fuji. I am my own person. It tastes extremely caramelized. Like that's the main flavor here. It should be called a caramel apple pie. It's so rich and brown sugary, and it's actually quite tart. Like the apple pieces are very sour, which is so nice because it really contrasts all that rich sweetness and it balances it out, you know? The crust is very crispy. It might be a tiny bit overcooked, but I kind of like that. It's like toasty, and it really added even more depth. That's the best part of the meal. So let's talk about STK. Most things were good, but I do feel like the fact that like a fourth of the $55 piece of prime rib was blubber. I don't know. I feel like that's an issue for me just because it's so pricey. I want every bite to be perfect, you know? And I'm not going to say it's unacceptable because that's not who I am. You guys know it is not a big deal, but I do have to think about these things when I'm scoring these places because I'm a professional. I am going to give STK a 6 out of 10. And it's not just because of the prime rib. It's also because I did not like the relish stuff. The bread was meh and the bacon was good, but not incredible. So it's a 6. I think that's fair. But the apple pie really is that girl. Oh, wait, but last thing, the service was fantastic. The manager was super nice to me and the waiter was super nice. So it's not about that, just about the flavors. Eve from Life Size, played by Tyra Banks. How are you? How's Sunnyvale? Did you know that there's a variant of you in the multiverse that famously once said, I have never in my life yelled at a girl like this. When my mom yells at me like this, it's because she loves me. Learn something from this. I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you? That's my favorite variant, but I love you too, Eve. It's day 5. Do you guys like my Mufasa shirt? Mufasa has like alpha male energy for sure. But guys, I washed it once and a button already came off. I don't know how to sew it back on. I'm not Beth from Little Women. That girl knows how to sew the house down. Or should I say new? She was so wonderful. Like the fact that she gave her whole Christmas feast away to her family in a cottage that ended up getting her sick. Selfless. but also kind of dumb. Anyways, we're about to go have some Indian food at a new restaurant at Disney Springs that I've never been to. I'm hyped. So this restaurant is actually behind Earl of Sandwich. It's kind of tucked away in a little corner. It's called Eat by Manit Chauhan, and they have tons of Indian food, including naan, bowls, tandoori chicken poutine, oh my goodness, salads, a bunch of delicious things. So of course I had to get multiple things. This is what the inside looks like. It's so gorgeous. The colors are so vibrant. And this is the little outside area with a little photo area happening. And you guys, look at this feast that I got. The portions are huge. I got the spicy green chili naan, the samosa chopped salad with tons of little tiny samosas on it. How adorable. I can't
do it. It's so cute.
And of course I had to try the tandoori chicken poutine. Ooh, what a meal. These could each feed 2 people. I'm shook. This salad has like a billion little samosas on it, and it's so heavy. The poutine, this whole pizza-sized naan. So excited. And they do have to-go boxes just in case. Also, I have to say, the service has been incredible. The girl at the front that I ordered with, so nice. She loved my shirt. I was like, it's new, but it's already missing a button. And the waitress was so nice and it's so talkative, and she brought me water and just so kind. Everyone here is extra nice. So we stand. Now, I'm excited for the poutine because, as you guys know, I love poutine. I think it's typically a Canadian dish, right? And it's just a bowl of maple syrup. It is fries with gravy and cheese, but this is a chicken tandoori version, and I love chicken tandoori. And I forget what the salad has on it. It has chopped lettuce, cucumber, radish, tomato, garbanzo beans, mini samosa croutons. That's everything. And chaat vinaigrette. I hope I'm saying that right. But let's first try the spicy green chili naan. Now, I grew up in New Mexico eating red and green chilies all the time. I love green chili. I don't know if it's the same kind of green chili, but any chili is good to me. I'm a man that likes heat. Okay, I'm just gonna, ooh. Okay, yes. Oh, it's spicy. Ooh, you guys know I love spicy things. The spicier, the better. And this is really spicy in a good way. I love it. I love it. If I cry, it's tears of joy. Okay. The naan itself is doughy, a little stretchy, yet crispy. It has that charred flavor, and it almost tastes like cheese bread. It's salty. It is just perfection. And the oil on top just moistens everything up. And the green chilies actually aren't too spicy. Like, the spice is fading quickly. So it's the perfect amount, and it adds that kick. That was a punch. I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. Okay, I had to do it. That's fantastic. Let's try one of these little mini samosa croutons. They're filled. Ooh, that's so good. That's like a classic potato pea samosa moment, but it's like extra flavorful. There's so much seasoning in there, like more than usual, and it's extra salty, super crispy. Crouton who? She was found dried up at the bottom of the bread oven, crustified. This is the new crouton. Now, let's try the actual salad. It has a lot of little crispy things on it. Samosa. Oh, that's incredible. The combination of the chickpeas, the tomato, the cucumber, the radish, and the lettuce, that's such a refreshing blend. And then adding on all these little crunchy thingies, it changes up the texture. They're almost like little sweet corn puff thingies. Wow, I'm such a good food critic. Sweet corn puff thingies. Now, the dressing reminds me of like a vinaigrette, but instead of being sour, it's sweet. And so, oh yeah, amazing. Thank you. She's so nice. She just came to the window and was like, this place is eating. And the samosa croutons add such a unique aspect to the salad. It's so much fun. Adore it. Now it's time for the tandoori chicken poutine. It's so saucy and cheesy. Here we go. I can't stop. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite things I've had all week. You guys know I adore potatoes. In fact, I think in a past life, I was an Idahoan potato professor because they have those there. Hello. And so any kind of loaded fries I'm here for. These are incredible. The chicken is so tender and lean, and it's in this rich tomato sauce. It's very tomato-y, but it has so many seasonings in it. You can really taste that strong like garam masala vibe. The fries themselves are super crispy, super simple, but perfect. And then the cheese adds a saltiness, and it all comes together and creates absolute perfection. In fact, because it's so tomatoey and there's like a lot of cheese, it is kind of giving tandoori chicken pizza. which I'm loving. I will come here again any day, every day, 10 a.m., midnight, in the future, in the past. Call me Benjamin Button because I'm gonna stay here and I'm gonna age backwards so I can eat this again. I'm definitely gonna need a to-go bag, but wow. Eat is eating. I'm giving this place a very strong 10 out of 10. Okay, so it's dinner time and we are about to eat somewhere quite Jurassic. I have always wanted to eat here as a dinosaur stand. I know them all, even the ones with the feathers you can pluck. I'm eating at the T-Rex restaurant. I am eating at the T-Rex restaurant. I wish it was a Laura Dern meet and greet, but it's not. Also, why does this dinosaur have such a tiny head? Is that an optical illusion or is it that tiny? Here's another little adorable dino. Looks really sweet and loving. I've always passed by this restaurant, but I've never eaten here. So this is my moment. I'm so excited. This is the menu. They have soups, appetizers, pasta, seafood. You would think they would be serving fossils and like gravel and rocks, but no, it's actual food. So that was very exciting to see. And this is what the inside looks like. There's this big dinosaur at the entrance. Very intimidating, very scary. And they also have some like jellyfishes floating around. This is a Bronchioraptor bronchitis one. And then this one is a Fossil Lhasa Mufasa creature. And then this one is the Mamacetasaurus, who I feel like she needs some eyeliner or some mascara. This is the seating area. It's full of vines and trees and flowers, very tropical. And this is my little co-star. She was sitting right next to me during the whole meal. You're about to meet her. Girlies, the waitress told me that there's gonna be a meteor shower. A meteor shower! But like, is that safe for the guests? And for my appetizer, I got the meatballs with little cheesy focaccia breads. And each meatball has a blob of fresh mozzarella on it, as you can see. I'm hoping you can see me. Our new friend here is literally taking my spotlight. By the way, tell my audience your name. Ernestine, okay, sounds like a prehistoric name. Definitely ancient. Anyways, I chose the meatballs because I really wanted to taste test some prehistoric animals, and this is actually made of Brontosaurus rex, which is basically the prehistoric version of a cow. And instead of moo, it would say moo. Anyways, let's put some meatball in there. Oh my gosh, Calosaurus rex. Surprisingly, it tastes just like modern day beef. I expected the food here to be trash. Because first of all, it feels like a tourist trap, right? It's a T-Rex restaurant. Ooh, you go for the thrills and not the flavors, right? But to be honest, this is really delicious. The meatball really tastes like a homemade, classic, beefy Italian meatball. Oh, it's so good. Amazing so far. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Stop looking at me. She's doing a little too much, but little does she know there's a meteor shower coming, so she better watch out because she knows what happened last time. The meatballs have a really strong Parmesan flavor. I can taste some parsley. It has the perfect amount of beefiness. It's not too beefy. The texture is also perfect. It's not mushy, but it's not tough. And the tomato sauce is so bright and fresh and tart. These tomatoes were definitely grown in the modern day era, so I don't know how authentic this is to the dinosaur era. Oh, meteors! I'm scared. You know what? I feel bad for her. I should shield her. Come here. Come here. She said no. She said, I don't need help. Okay. Anyways, while she suffers, let's talk about the focaccia. The focaccia is delicious. It's not crispy enough, but it's really good. And there's a lot of cheese on it. And the cheese really is bringing the salt. It's bringing the sodium. I thought she would be more scared, but I guess she's like, I've been through this before. Anyways, that was quite eventful. I need to stop and save room for the ribs. Yes, I got ribs, by the way. I really wanted to get something with bones in it so I could inspect them and see which Cretaceous period that specific Pigosaurus was from. And it comes with fries and coleslaw. I was thinking for dessert, maybe I could eat like one of those amber blobs with a little mosquito in it. That's always looked delicious to me for some reason. I just want to bite into it. These are the ribs. They're called mesobones. So that's a creative name. Love the theming, love the effort, and the meal looked really good. So I'm noticing that the fries are beneath the ribs, and I think that's symbolic of all the dinosaur bones that were found underneath the crust. I did not expect a place like this to be that deep, but I am impressed. Let's try the coleslaw. I'm channeling the dinosaur with the really long neck that only eats leaves, and apparently is nice, but I did see her talking about one of her besties really poorly. She was like, did you see that neck? It's all crooked and extra long. Very rude. Close enough. Welcome back, KFC. That genuinely tastes just like KFC's coleslaw. You know, it's not a bad thing. KFC's coleslaw is definitely edible, but it's not amazing. It's not different. It's not fresh. But as we all know, coleslaw doesn't count as a side. It's like the extra thing that no one really eats. So we're just gonna put this over here and focus on the real food for the real carnivores. We're gonna first try it fry by itself and then with ketchup. Mmm. Oh. Oh my goodness. Did the asteroid land in Idaho? Because these fries are really good. That is just a quintessential, absolutely perfect sit-down restaurant fry. The potato is really fluffy on the inside, crispy on the outside. They taste really fresh and hot, and they're super well salted. There's not much more to say because they're simple, but simple perfection. Okay, T-Rex, I don't know how you fried these with your tiny little arms. That sounds like a hazard to me, but you got through it and you did it. Now it's time to try the ribs. Let me get a hand wipe out because we are responsible professionals on this channel. She's not. I actually hired her to edit my videos, and she said, she didn't know how to do anything. Aren't you like 8 billion years old, girl? Haven't you learned something in your life? What's wrong with you? She said, huh? Now, are these ribs gonna fall off the bone? Let's find out. No. Oh, let's just pretend this is for me. Yay! Mmm. Mmm. I think that was part of a bronchiosaurus. Oh, these are delicious. Oh, I'm impressed. They have a fantastic flavor. Let me stop eating so I can talk. They are quite tender. I was wrong. You know, sometimes when it comes to history and discovering ancient secrets and different species, you get things wrong. And that's okay. It's understandable. I got that wrong, but it turns out this is a very tender Pigosaurus. It tastes slow cooked. It tastes very well seasoned, but the main star here is the barbecue sauce. The barbecue sauce is absolute perfection. It's some of the best barbecue sauce I've had in recent memory and honestly in the past 12 billion years. Perfectly sweet, perfectly tangy, perfectly smoky. The ribs aren't groundbreaking or asteroid shattering, but they're great. Now, what am I seeing here? I'm feeling crustacean period. I'm feeling crustacean shrimp. Wait, I'm hearing something. Speak to me. Sorry, a dinosaur just possessed me for a second. I think it was her. This is the key lime pie. I'm loving the saucy swirly moment. It's a really cute slice. Not the biggest, but I'm okay with it. So I almost got the cheesecake, but then I thought to myself, I don't think they had Philadelphia cream cheese back in the prehistoric era. Maybe they had off-brand. I think they probably had limes though, right? Because limes come from the earth. What if the lime is the key to the history that we don't know about yet? What if it's the key lime? I'm sorry, I'm having too much fun with this restaurant. I love it here. Let's take off the lime. Ooh, very fresh. Now let's try the pie itself. There's also some sort of a swirly syrup on the plate. Okay. Yes, I'm enjoying this. Listen, the more bites I took, the more it grew on me. This is a good key lime pie. What I love about it though is the texture is a bit creamier than your usual key lime pie and, ooh, lighting, hello. And it has a stronger condensed milk flavor or evaporated, whichever one they put into this. It's the same thing. Well, it's not, but you know what I mean? And the crust is actually very sweet, which balances out the tartness, and it's very thick and crunchy. So I like it. I did have low expectations for the food here, but it exceeded them. It was pretty good. Nothing was incredible, but it was all strong. So I'm giving T-Rex a very nice 8 out of 10. Okay. Yes. Ooh, I'm actually really gonna miss Ernestine. I feel like during this taste test, we really built a bond that could span millennia. Are you the Swiss Family Robinson? From the Swiss Family Robinson? Oh my gosh, I'm such a big fan. I love your hot chocolate. How do you make those tiny little marshmallows in a treehouse? Do you have like a marshmallow machine? It's great to meet you. I hope you find your way home one day. Keep making the hot chocolate. I love it. It is day 6, the second to last day, and I'm getting kind of sad. I always get kind of sad at the end of these challenges because I've just had so much fun. I love being at Disney Springs. I love having a reason to go every day, but I'm also feeling fulfilled as well in terms of my stomach and my heart. Anyways, we're gonna go have pizza for lunch. And I wore my Pizza Planet shirt to match. Cohesion.
So Bertha was fully elevated into the sky. She was levitating like Reagan. So this is the area that the pizza place resides in, right next to STK, and it is called Pizza Ponte. I thought it was Pizza Pointy because pizza technically is pointy. It's a triangle. And this is the menu. I think it's by the slice, and they have a couple desserts as well. This is the inside. It looks very like deli-ish, very nice. I love the vibe, very casual. And this is my view from my little table. Very pretty, right? Now pan to the pizza, Timmy. Come on. There it is. There they are. My gorgeous girls. My girls. Oh, Shelby. Sarah Paulson, go away. I got this ham one. I'll tell you guys all the names and the details as I eat the pizzas, but it's a ham one. And then I also got this peppery sausage one and a tiramisu.
So these slices are much bigger than I expected. I expected a nice portion, but a little dainty. But these are massive. And I got the two most interesting looking ones. I'm not actually sure what's on them, but they looked good. So I said, I want that one and that one. So this is the Parma Cotta. It has Parma ham. So I'm guessing that's ham that was grown on a Parmesan cheese dairy farm. And it has mozzarella and ricotta cheese. Pretty simple. And then this spicy looking one is the San Gennaro. It has tomato sauce, mozzarella, fontina, sweet Italian sausage, onions, and hot cherry peppers. Oh, let's first try the Parma Cotta. I'm a mess. Oh. That is so scrumdiddlyumptious. So this doesn't have tomato sauce, and I typically feel like pizza isn't pizza without tomato sauce. I feel like it's fake pizza. It's typically dried out like a sandal in the desert, but this one's not. This one's really moist. First of all, the bread is really crunchy on the outside, super fluffy and airy on the inside. It has a very fresh bread flavor to it, and I just feel like the mozzarella has... Why did that sound so authentic? I feel like the mozzarella has a lot of moisture in it. I know there's like part skim, full mozzarella, fresh mozzarella. I'm gonna call this one full agua mozzarella because it's so wet. It's a very wet cheese. It's juicy cheese. And it just adds moisture to the bread. It's very salty. And then the Parma ham is the main flavor here. Now, does it taste like Parmesan cheese? No. It tastes like Canadian bacon, even though I'm sure it's not. It is very hammy. It really adds that strong smoky flavor that I love so much. And then the ricotta cheese is so rich and milky and delicious. It was squeezed fresh out of a cow, pasteurized, and plopped onto my plate. Do I wish it was more spread out and not just in one big ricotta blob? Yes, but it's still so delicious. Fantastic. Now let's try the San Antonio. What was it? The San Gennaro.
Past filming, Timmy forgot to tell you guys what was on this pizza, and I'm not surprised. He only cared that he knew. He doesn't care about your food education. He doesn't care about your knowledge. The San Gennaro has tomato sauce, mozzarella, fontina, sweet Italian sausage, onions, and hot cherry peppers. I always got your back, girl.
You guys know I love spicy. This has a lot of peppers on it. Oh my gosh. Is it on my cheeks? I feel like it's everywhere. That is spicy, but the perfect amount. Oh, so those hot cherry peppers don't taste like cherry. They taste more like just a classic pickled jalapeno, which is what I prefer. I love pickled jalapenos. Fun fact about me, when I order pizza, my two go-to toppings are pepperoni and jalapenos. It's the perfect combination. As you all know, I have had the gout before. It was a dark and stormy night. I had eaten 60 turkey pepperonis because I was on a diet and I was using them as my main snack. And I woke up in the middle of the night. My foot was ballooned. It was swollen. I thought I had cracked it in my sleep. I thought I kicked something and snapped it. But the truth is, it was the gout. And the culprit was the pepperoni. And so now I have to be careful with my intake. I can't have 60, maybe 30. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, the tomato sauce here is really bright, really fresh tasting. I do wish there was more cheese on this one. I feel like there's just not a lot of it, but the sausage pieces are so good. Tastes like classic Italian sausage, but it's really crispy because it's so thin cut. It adds a lot to the texture and the flavor. I love this place, and it's time to try the tiramisu, aka the one that got away. Remember at Terralina? I wanted the tiramisu, and it was gone. It had already left. It said we're through, and I had to get to know that dry, ancient chocolate cake. Honestly, we just weren't compatible. Let's hope this tiramisu slays me. Look at the layers. Is it the best tiramisu I've ever had? No, but it's good. To me, this tastes more like a tiramisu mousse. What kind of cheese is this? It's not ricotta. They use like a mascarpone. Mascarpone, not a mascar horse, a mascarpone. The mascarpone cheese here feels more like mascarpone mousse. It's very light in texture, but it's sadly also light in flavor. It's just missing a richness. Now, if you want a lighter, moussier tiramisu, this is perfect. Did I say tiramisu? What are you gonna give me a massage? Tiramisu, this is for you. But if you want that full, decadent, rich tiramisu, I would go elsewhere. It does have that nice coffee flavor though, and the lady fingers are very dainty. It is good, I'm just not blown away. Overall, Pizza Ponte to me was pretty fantastic. I am giving it a very strong 8 out of 10. I'm here for it, I would come back.
For dinner, I went to another restaurant that was near STK and Pizza Ponte, and it's called Paradiso 37. Bachelor in Paradiso. It's a Latin American / Caribbean restaurant, and it's paradise. What can I say? Look at the gorgeous view. There's the lake. There's Bertha! Hey girl, how's it going? You're looking quite blue. And the roof has this really nice like wallpaper of plants and leaves. This is the menu. They have a lot of different foods like Caribbean food, Latin food, Cuban food even. Love that. The waitress is so nice. It's so quiet here. I'm the only one in this area. Look, Cuba. Half of my heritage. For my appetizer, I got Mexican crazy corn. Okay, it has chipotle mayo, queso blanco, cotija cheese, Mexican spices, and lime. Ooh. Girlies, we're in paradise. Now, I have a question. If you were stuck on a desert island, what are the 3 things you would bring with you? Now, I know I'm the only person to ever think of that question, but please don't say a plane, fuel, and a runway. Those are the most annoying types of people, okay? Say Doritos, say sunscreen, you know, something that'll help you relax on the island. Anyways, I got my Mexican crazy corn. It's so crazy. It looks incredible. It smells super, super cheesy, and it's such a huge portion. Ooh. Come on, Colonel Mustard. I was really trying my hardest not to cause a scene because the employees were like walking around me and there's no one else here and I didn't want to be loud and stuff, but this may be the best vegetable I've ever encountered. I need more now. The corn itself is so fresh and crispy and just refreshing, but these toppings are incredible. The queso blanco cheese is so thick and so salty and so gooey. The chipotle mayo has so much flavor and it adds so much creaminess, and the Mexican spices add the perfect amount of seasoning. And it's also such a light appetizer. Like, I can eat this and I can still float like a Glinda in a bubble. Ooh, sorry. I can still live my extremely dainty lifestyle. Let's talk dinner. So when I saw barbacoa on the menu, I said, this is my path. This is the life I want to lead. And that's what I ordered. I got the barbacoa brisket with beans and rice and pickled onions. Dinner is served. Look at the barbacoa beef brisket hiding in the leaf. We also have some cilantro rice and some black beans. It all looks fantastic, right? Oh, and pickled onions. I love pickled onions. They may smell like sour BO, but they taste amazing. It's in a leaf and I can open it like a Christmas present. Okay. Oh, it's an avocado. Yay. Let's first try the cilantro rice. It looks nice and green, very pretty. Oh, that is fabulous. I'm not a huge cilantro person, but I do like it when the flavor's light. I'm not trying to chew on some Dawn soap over here, you know? But when it's light, it actually tastes really nice and delicate. And while this rice does have a full cilantro flavor, it's just light and pretty, and it just works, and the rice tastes so fresh. It's just so flavorful. Oh, so let's try the beans. Oh. You know, I'm surprised. Besties, they're not bad. There is seasoning deep down in there, in the depths of the bean's soul. I can taste a little bit of, you know, sazon or something, but the beans themselves feel a little hard. They're just not soft enough for me. And also the bean juice is a little watery. But let's pour it onto the rice and see how they taste together. That's how I always eat my beans and rice together because I'm Cuban. It's definitely better because the rice is bringing a lot of flavor to the beans. Now it's time to try the barbacoa brisket. It has the shape of a short rib. Does it fall apart like a short rib? Wait. Sort of, yeah.
Si, senor. There's a chunk here. Let's try this with some pickled onion. Oh, it's so good so far. Amazing. Thank you. Flavor-wise, it is so delicious and so amazing. So it has a mixture of a barbacoa flavor with a pot roast flavor, and it shreds up very nicely. Look at that, gorgeous. It doesn't taste like full-on barbacoa, but that's totally fine because this sweet chipotle barbecue sauce really brings something different to the table. And it goes from like simple barbacoa to this extremely flavorful, sweet and savory deliciousness. But I gotta say, I know that brisket is supposed to have some blubber, as we've talked about before, but I feel like it's all kind of getting stuck together in the center, and there's a big connective tissue blubber that is connecting the cow together, and it is making it one cohesive blob. But do I want to eat the rest of this blob? I'm not sure about that. And I know some of you are gonna say, Timmy, I would eat the whole thing. Well, congratulations. It's gonna take you a long time to chew it. Okay, so next up is dessert, and I'm gonna try the Brazilian Brigadeiro. Apparently it's a sort of chocolate cake, but I've never had a Brigadeiro anything, so I'm hyped.
Dessert is served, the Brazilian Brigadeiro. Guys, look at this cake, just soaked and surrounded by this gorgeous chocolate sauce. I was not ready for what I was about to eat.
So let's try this Brazilian Brigadeiro. Ooh. Oh. That is not what I expected. I expected something super icky sweet and rich, just like based on the look of it, but it's actually not. It's perfectly balanced. It's wickedly talented. It's Adele Dazeem. The cake itself is honestly on the drier side, but it works here because it's completely coated in this chocolate sauce. I'm not gonna say syrup, it's more of a sauce. Chocolate syrup is typically much more rich and much more thick. This is like a light chocolate drizzle. It is almost like super chocolatey chocolate milk, if that makes sense. And it kind of soaks into the cake, almost like a tres leche. And there's also a slight liqueur flavor to the chocolate too. It's gone. Maybe this is paradise. Maybe it is. Dinner overall did have its issues, but the appetizer and dessert were so incredible. I'm giving this place a nice strong 7 out of 10. Yes, Paradiso. Are you Treasure Planet from Treasure Planet? What's it like to be a planet? What's it like to float? I identify as a dainty feather, so I know the same feeling, and it's so good to relate to someone that can float. It's the last day. I'm delirious. It is the final day of the challenge, and it's a rainy day, but guess what? I have the sunshine on me, so it's gonna be a good day. Now, because this is the grand finale, we have 2 sit-down dining reservations today for lunch and dinner. We're going all out. And lunch has something to do with light bulbs and electricity. We are at yet another restaurant surrounded by STK, Pizza, Ponte, and Paradiso 37 called the Edison. The building's super cool. It has like a pointy thing on it, probably something to do with Edison. I don't know. Read a history book and tell me. This is the entrance. Look how pretty, guys. We have a clock. A whole clock right in front of us. Massive, giant. It's giving steampunk. It is giving inventions, and it's giving technology and robots. There's also a lot of light bulb decorations as expected. I'm just glad that they included the obvious theming that was necessary. These are the stairs to get down to the dining area, and the whole place just really feels like an old jazz club. Like, ooh, zabadoo, zabadee, badadoo. Very that. And then they had a touchless menu, so I did screen record it because I am technologically savvy. Beep, bop, boop. And there it is. So you can pause it if you want to. I chose the fried pickle spears for my appetizer. Look how gorgeous they are. And they came with some house-made ranch. Ooh, let's dig into this crispiness. I am loving the aesthetic. It's very vintage. Ooh, I'm gonna sit on a piano. Anyways, I got the fried pickle spears. They look incredible. There's tons of them. Ooh, 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 ooh. Wait, I should first try it without ranch. I actually teared up a little bit. I'm not joking. I haven't cried in like 5 years. I think I have like an emotional block or something. I need therapy. But there are tears in my eyes right now. The power of invention. The power of the light bulb. Oh, wow. This place is intense. Also, like, I have dry eye, as a lot of you know, so it's rare for my eyes to feel moisture. I have to say, two big statements. These are the best fried pickles I've ever had, and this is the best Disney World ranch I've ever had. I said it, I said both things. Pickle spears are superior to fried pickle chips because they're thicker and they're juicier and they're easier to dip. They're just overall better. Now, I am used to fried pickles getting quite soft and soggy on the inside just because of the heat and the oils and the batters. But these pickles on the inside are so incredibly crispy still. Like, that's a real crunch. Also, the breading is perfectly thick. It's not cakey. It's incredible. Oh, thank you so much. These are so good. So crispy.
Me, I don't like pickles.
Oh.
I'm a picky eater, but I'm glad that you're enjoying them over here.
Thank you. He's so nice, but I feel bad that he's missing out on pickles in his life. There's dill in the breading itself, so it's like double pickle. Let's talk about my entree. So I'm at the Edison, so I had to get their signature item, the Edison burger. Even though I didn't get the steak at STK, I am doing the right thing here. And the burger has a bunch of different meats in it. I'll talk about it in a second, but it sounds very intriguing and very forest. Okay, so this Edison burger has a signature blend of sirloin, short rib, and brisket. So it's putting together all the different meats I had this week into one blob. White cheddar, applewood smoked bacon, pickles, lettuce, tomato, Edison sauce, and Burbank fries. Where is Burbank? Let me see. California. Okay. Are you telling me someone in Burbank made these and then they flew all the way here? That's so nice. Let's first try a Burbank fry. They look very fresh. Oh, wait, what? What's that? There's this very specific flavor that I can't put my finger on. It's like white pepper meets something floral? I'm very confused, but I love it. I'm Googling what's on these fries. I can't find an answer. Maybe they have Californian sand in them. I don't know. Either way, they're very interesting, yet very delicious at the same time. They're very crispy, but like I said, there's a slight floral, peppery flavor. It's very hard to describe, and they are well salted. I like them a lot. I need to know the mystery of the light bulb. I can't stop eating them. It is now time to try the iconic Edison burger. So I got the burger medium. You guys know I'm a medium girly now. I used to like burgers well done back in the day when I was uncultured. It's not who I am now. But I have to say, the burger itself, like the flavors are kind of giving TGI Fridays, Chili's, Applebee's. It's giving what I thought Splitsville would give. It tastes like any good but basic burger. There's not a lot of flavor happening. The meat is well salted. I can taste that. And it does feel like good quality meat, but it tastes like meat. And then the toppings taste like typical burger toppings. I can't really taste the Edison sauce. Apparently it's like an onion creamy moment, but I wasn't getting any of that. And the bun is a little dry, just a little bit. So I'm not a huge fan of the burger, but I adore the fries. I am in love with the pickles. I'm gonna keep eating this and I'm gonna order dessert soon. I got the chocolate gelato, such a gorgeous, rich brown color. I did try to twirl the plate and it just did not work. It did not twirl. So I got the house-made gelato. Chocolate, because this is a lunch dessert. This is lighter. I don't want to be too full for dinner later today, the big grand finale. I'm hyping it up like it's amazing. It's gonna be a meal, just like all the others, but in a pretty place, I feel. So you'll see. Anyways, let's try this chocolate gelato with this whipped cream stuff. That is just divine. I thought it would taste like any old chocolate gelato, and it doesn't. There is a slight special flavor there. I swear there's a slight clove vibe in the background. Very slight, but it's there. It's a nice, rich, dark chocolate flavor, but it's not bitter. It's not too sweet. It's not overbearing. It's gorgeous, and the texture is almost stretchy. I love it. So everything at the Edison absolutely slayed besides the Edison burger. And because that was the main thing, I do have to take off a few points from the score. So I'm going to give this place a 7 out of 10, but I truly recommend the fried pickles. Best fried pickles I've ever had. See you guys at the grand finale. It is officially dinner time. The rain seems to have subsided. I've never used that word before, but I just did. This is the grand finale, and we're going on an adventure. We are going to be exploring the vast oceans on the open water of the world.
So the restaurant is called the Boathouse, and I assumed it was gonna be this boat that I've seen at Disney Springs multiple times. But this was not the restaurant, guys. This is Paddlefish. Who is she? I don't know.
Girlies, I thought that was where we were eating.
This is the actual restaurant, so we're not gonna be eating on a boat like I thought we were. I thought it was gonna be an adventure, but it's not. Either way, I'm very grateful to be here. This place looks gorgeous, very fancy. If you want, you can drive in a car that can go into the ocean, so that's fun. This is the inside of the restaurant. I did choose to eat outside though, because I was feeling my adventurous lakeside fantasy. They had some chunks of boat on the wall. That was cool. And this was my view from my table. Look how beautiful, guys. This is water. This is agua. And this is the menu. It's quite pricey, but it's really fancy things like a lot of fish, a lot of tunas, a lot of flounders, and some steaks as well. They gave me some free bread, always grateful for that, and some
So I wanted to sit with the beautiful ocean behind me so you guys could see it and bask in its glory. But I don't think you can see me, and I think I'm more important than a body of water. So I'm gonna sit on the other side of the table. I'm sorry that you can't see this gorgeousness, but at least you can see all of this gorgeousness. This is so nice, guys. Also, I did sit in a wet chair, so completely soaked down there, but it's part of the immersion. You know, I feel like I'm in the lake.
I don't want to interrupt.
Oh, no. You can come and go. Like, do not worry at all. So I'm getting the chopped salad, and he's giving me a smaller portion because it's apparently huge. That's perfect. And a petit filet mignon with roasted red potatoes. Ooh, I had to get a steak because we're living it up, and I never got a steak at STK, so this is my STK moment. Anyways, let's try a roll. Is this butter soft enough to just dunk it in? Yes, it is. I love that. Oh, that is too good. They sort of have a Hawaiian roll flavor, but they're less sweet and more of a fresh bread flavor. And then there's this, I think, butter on the outside of it that is so extremely salty. So it really balances out the breadiness. And then this butter is just so whipped and delicious. Oh, there's a car coming through. There's a car coming through from the ocean. Wow. It's giving chitty chitty bang bang.
Look at my stunning chopped salad appetizer. They put so much cheese, guys. A salad isn't a salad without a big handful of cheese. And that's what this is.
So I chose the chopped salad because it has so many delicious sounding toppings. Iceberg romaine blend. Ooh, 2 lettuces. Grilled chicken. Salami. Tomato. Olives. I asked for no olives because they taste like car tires. Red onions. Pepperoncini. White cheddar. Chopped bacon. Artichoke. And herb vinaigrette. Are you kidding me? This sounds incredible. Look at this thing. I don't know if I've ever had artichokes in a salad, but today we're gonna try them. Oh my goodness. Oh, my napkin. Did I break a tooth? Hello? Is there a dentist in the house? This salad is so good. It rivals the chopped salad at the Hollywood Derby in Hollywood Studios. It truly does. It has so much flavor. It's so refreshing. The artichokes, I don't think it's the heart, but it's probably the soul. They add something different, a different kind of crunchy texture, a juiciness, a sourness. The salami adds so much flavor too. It like takes it over the edge. Cheese tastes super sharp and amazing. The chicken tastes real and fresh. The tomatoes are delicious. And the herb vinaigrette is like an Olive Garden type of moment, but just a bit calmer. It's just the perfect salad. I'm so happy. My one critique is the bacon. It tastes really good. It tastes very real. It's just really hard. And I felt like I almost cracked a tooth. Now, I did not know that a pig could do that. I thought they were gentle animals, but it's fine. It's good. It's still in there.
Look at my little bird friend that was just staring at me. I love the way that she moves her neck. It's very quick and very sudden. So here's my petit filet mignon. It's serving dried lava. It looks so cracked and charcoaly. I love it. And then my little side of red potatoes.
Okay. Let's see if it's up to my standards. You guys know, even if it was still mooing, I wouldn't say anything. It makes me too anxious. And if I ever did, I'd say, hi, can I maybe get it a little more cooked? Ooh, oh, that looks perfect to me. That looks really nice. There's a teeny tiny bit of pink in the middle. Can you see it? I guess it'll do. It's incredible.
How are we cooked?
Fantastic. Perfect. He's so nice. This is the petite filet mignon. I feel like it's a perfect portion. I don't know about you. It is so incredibly tender on the inside, and the outside crust is really crusty. Look at this perfect temperature. Look at that. It has that charred, broiled flavor to it. It's a very thick crust too, which I'm loving. It's so salted, so seasoned, but it's simple. It's simple perfection. I adore it. I'm very happy. Now I'll try these roasted red potatoes. They have sort of this like buttery, flaky juice on them. Oh. Okay. I'm typically not the biggest fan of just like a side of like roasted potatoes, but this is different. These are so roasted and so soft, and they're coated in this buttery garlicky creaminess. Once you chew them and it becomes mush in your mouth, it just starts to kind of take on a mashed potato essence. So it's sort of like whole mashed potatoes. I really love them. This is such a fantastic meal, and you guys know, this is the grand finale, so I'm about to get a delectable, scrumptious dessert. And there's birds everywhere. Hi! I feel like Snow White. I'm drooling. Did Snow White drool too? I mean, she was asleep for a while. She was probably drooling a lot. So I asked the waiter, I was like, which do you recommend, the bread pudding or the strawberry shortcake? And he said, because of the weather, strawberry shortcake. So I said, then we're doing that, sir, kind sir. Look at these people going into the to the lake. Yes! They're about to start flying. Doesn't chitty chitty bang bang fly? This is summer. This is bright. This is the definition of refreshing. Look at how vibrant. I love it so much. I'm so excited to eat it. Does this not look so perfect for the weather? He was so right. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I can't say anything. Oh my God. I have to say, I think this is the best dessert of the week. I do. Obviously, the strawberries taste freshly picked by Beth from Little Women. Of course, who else? This whipped cream stuff has a vanilla bean flavor to it that adds just a little bit of richness to all this freshness. And the biscuit is my favorite part. It has the texture of a biscuit, but the flavor of shortbread. And I just think that is so exhilarating. What an interesting thing to do. It's everything I've ever wanted. Well, guys, I think I have to give Boathouse a 10 out of 10. What a perfect finale. I'm so grateful. I had the best week with you. It is now time for future editing to me to calculate together all the scores and to find an average so that we can get one big final Disney Springs food score. Take it away, future Timmy. Thanks, Filming Timmy. I'm always happy to help your tiny brain with simple equations. Disney Springs got an 8.2. Yes! Oh! It is time to reflect on our week and show gratitude to Mother Earth. Looking back at this week, I truly thought that spring had sprung, but it turns out it was my heart that bloomed into happiness. Through all the food, all the meals, Disney was there for my taste buds, and I ate so many delicious morsels of goodness. Thank you guys for watching. Give this video a big thumbs up, please, and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Love you so much. Bye.